No. I didn't get to watch past like the second episode.
It's intense though.
Because my wife caught me watching it, and she was like, "Why are you watching that?" And I was just like,
"Turn it off like it's porn."
Yeah.
Right. I fucking fumbled the remote. Like, wait, what? She was like, "Don't watch that. It's sick," and this and that. And I was like,
"It is a little sick."
Yeah, and you know,
Okay, so welcome to another episode of The Least Favorite. I'm Natalie. We have Anthony with us as always, and today we have a special guest. DJ Ominaya is in the building. All right, so I would say you're a celebrity, right?
Me?
Do you consider yourself a celebrity?
No, not at all.
All right, when I first met you, I'm like, wow, this guy's so chill. He's so laid back, humble, quiet. And then one day I was just talking to you and you casually mentioned like, oh yeah, I'm A Boogie's DJ. And I was like, what? Like what? How you just dropped that in a conversation so casually? And then you're like, yeah, and I was Wendy Williams DJ too for like 10 years. I'm like, what? So you need to come on the pod and talk about this. But I think you wanted to come on the pod just to like talk about regular shit.
Whatever,
and I really wanted to start off with like A Boogie. Like I'm a huge fan. And I'm actually tight because my best friend is usually, she's on the episodes with us and she's a huge A Boogie fan. So when I told her I was interviewing you, she was really excited. But how did that even come about? Like that relationship, how did y'all meet? Like,
so I've been in the industry for a long time, worked with a lot of people. And then one of my guys, DJ Booth, which is another DJ for, he DJs for Fab and Nicki Minaj and the Wendy Williams show. So we were like under the same management, shout out to Fresh, at the time. And we just always had different opportunities with our careers. And at the time, Fab's old manager was managing Boogie.
okay.
And Booth couldn't do Boogie's show, so he was like, yo, I got somebody who could work with Boogie. He's from the Bronx too. And then, you know, pretty much introduced me to that situation. But prior to that, I interviewed Boogie and Don Q on Sirius XM with Superstar J and Gray Rizzy. So I already had met them.
Yeah.
I just didn't never think about working with them.
Right.
And after I did a couple of shows, it just like, they were like, yo, we want you to be his DJ. And it worked out.
So how long have you been his DJ? Like how many years?
Over 6 years now. Like it's probably about to go on 7 years.
And you've been traveling the world with him, right?
Literally, like from Hawaii to Australia and everything in between.
What's the favorite, like your favorite spot that you've been to so far on tour?
Definitely like London, love Toronto, Vancouver, Dubai, and Australia.
Wow. Damn.
Those are like my favorite places to be.
I was gonna say, was there any place that let you down where you wanted to go and like, damn, it didn't live up to your expectation?
Didn't let me down, but New Zealand was beautiful, but it wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be.
Gotcha.
As far as like nightlife and stuff like that. But New Zealand is beautiful. The people are amazing. But as far as the nightlife, it was super calm.
Yeah.
Super calm nightlife.
What is his like demographic in those places though? Like, you know what I mean? Like New Zealand, Australia. Like I wouldn't even think a rapper from the Bronx would like, you know what I mean?
It's kind of crazy because everywhere we go, we never know what the fan base is gonna be. Even in the U.S., like we've gone to shows where the kids are like 5 years old. We've gone to places where the fans are 60.
Wow.
Like 60-year-old women.
Really?
Rapping his lyrics. And we're like, what the hell?
That's amazing.
But then there's like, you know, when we go overseas, like some of the people don't even know English. Like we were in Prague. We weren't even performing in Prague. We were just, it was like a layover to go to Germany.
Yeah.
And we were in the airport and some kid just ran up to him like, boogie, 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 boogie. And we was like, he couldn't even say a boogie.
He just said
He was
boogie.
like, boogie with a hoodie, boogie with a hoodie.
But he knew.
And he knew who he was. And the father ran over like, kid loves you, like trying to talk to us. We couldn't understand him.
Yeah.
But we would like, Boogie still didn't get it. Like, that's crazy. Like, where are we again?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, we're somewhere in like Russia or something. I don't even know where we at right now. But that's like, he's still humble like that though.
Yeah. What made you get into like, did you see your career turning out this way? Like, what was your dream as a child? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how did you get here?
I don't know. I just like, as a kid, between my parents, they always played music in the house, getting ready for work and
Spanish music?
Everything. Like my dad is Dominican, my mom is Puerto Rican, but my father and my mother both listen to both English and Spanish music. So Marvin Gaye would be playing in the morning, or like classic R&B and soul music. But then in the Saturdays and Sundays they playing salsa and merengue. And,
bachata.
Well, back then bachata wasn't really like but that's how I got that, and then I just loved the music growing up altogether, and from that it graduated to trying to make music or like DJ. And a friend of mine who I used to play baseball with, shout out to my man G Storm, that's who teach me how to DJ. We played Little League baseball, and he lived on my dad's block. And after practice, we would go to his crib, like a few of us. His mom would make lunch, we would chill in his room, and he had DJ equipment, and that's how I learned. He just was like, yo, try it, yo, you might like it. He's like, you're always playing music, you're always walking around with a Walkman. And he taught me how to DJ, and just been.
And this is the days of vinyls.
Yeah, like carrying crates. Like I was like probably like 13, 14 when I learned how to DJ, and he would get booked for parties. He was a little older than me, and he would get booked for parties, but like we would be in the room. This is when house parties was a thing. Like you would be DJing inside of a bedroom, and people would be partying in the living room.
Yeah.
You can't even see the crowd.
Wait, why couldn't you be in the living room?
There wasn't enough space.
Yo, back then, because with vinyl, like if someone hit your table, that needle would jump and you fucked too.
And even like community room parties, like I would DJ. Like I would DJ for him or with him, and it'd be like he'll be chilling, be like, "Yo, get on, like you know what to play," and I'm like, "All right, cool," and it just started from there, and the rest is history.
What was your first job?
Like real job?
Yeah.
I was an accountant at 15.
Wow.
Not a real accountant.
Oh, I'm about to say, how
like
did that
a junior
happen?
accountant at a housing company, because I used to play sports, and there was a program where our coach was a manager for like a housing company. They ran like 20 buildings, and after school you would go there from like 3 to 6, and you would do the rent checks and balances.
Yeah.
And that was my first job, $50 a week.
And then, so you were just DJing like for fun at the time. So
Yeah,
what was like
it
your
was just a
first
hobby.
like DJ?
First DJ gig was with George. Like I would get booked for Sweet 16s, baby showers, private parties, house parties, community rooms, and then it just started graduating. Like as I got older, I was DJing in parks. I started getting my own bookings, but I was still underage. So then when I finally got 21, I started doing like lounges. But I was DJing. I can't lie. I was DJing lounges underage too.
But nobody was like questioning
Nah, I
you.
wasn't.
Like,
That's when there was still like teen parties.
Yeah.
Like, you could do 18 a party, 21 a drink. And y'all, I don't know if y'all old enough to remember Jet Set Cafe. It's a spot in the Bronx that used to have like teen parties all the time.
I remember Palladium.
Palladium in New Rochelle. Shout out to
I just
Sus
remember
One.
X Bar.
Yeah, X Bar.
That's it.
Like
That's
all
I
those
remember.
places, like I would
Yeah.
be involved in all this craziness. So.
Oh my God.
Wait, so the
Yeah.
question based off of what we were talking about beforehand, because we were talking about like I was saying some people always be like, yo, if you're doing your first few gigs or just grinding, learning your craft, it's like, yo, you just got to get paid. But there's value in like just learning and like marketing yourself and just setting yourself up for that opportunity. Like when we were discussing that, like how do you feel about like that when people are always like, yo, you got to get money right away, like just get it.
It's like when you go into something with the mindset of just making money, it usually doesn't work out. Because if you don't have the passion or the drive for whatever you're doing,
or the skill for what you're doing.
right? Sometimes you don't even need the skill, to be honest. Like, but if you have a passion to learn or a passion for whatever the thing is that you're doing, the money's gonna come.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when you do something you love, it's not really considered work. So it'll all even out in the long run. But the experience is what you need to be successful.
I think something that holds me back with this too, like with podcasting, when it comes to like the branding and the marketing and making money, like starting to make money, it'd be like, when do I know that I'm ready or that I'm good enough to start charging people to come on the show or to start like making merch to sell it. Like that's where I feel like how do you know when it's time? You know what I mean? Because we're already like 89 episodes in.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta
and
take a
I still
leap
feel
of
like,
faith
oh my
and
God,
just
I don't
do
know if
it.
we're good enough. Like it's always like a doubt thing.
But I'll tell you this: you'll never be ready if you're always thinking about when you're gonna be ready.
Yeah, I agree.
So, with me, like like you guys said, traveling and stuff like that. It's like I have a family, so it's like, do I really want to be gone for 3 months at a time?
Yeah.
Like, is this the time to go?
Yeah.
The opportunity's here. It's time to go.
Yeah.
Like you got to do it. You can't just wait.
Yeah.
For the time to be right, because it will never be right. There's never going to be a perfect time. You just got to take advantage of the opportunity while you have it and just go. Take a leap of faith.
Yeah. How was that I mean, by now you've been touring for years and you've been, like you're solid in this, but like, how was it in the beginning with because you're married, your wife and your kids and everything, in the beginning, like leaving them for a long amount of time? Like, was it frustrating? Was there arguments? Like, how was that?
Yeah, there definitely was conflict, because it's like she was understanding, but in the beginning it wasn't making sense to her. But
why do you think that was though?
Just because it's like you're a married person, like you shouldn't be gone that long, or like you have kids at home. I need help.
Yeah.
But thank God she was patient and supportive. But before I got with her, I was touring already. Like shout out to Mickey Fax, Lupe Fiasco. I've done like
Lupe Stan over here.
I love Lupe
Stan.
Fiasco.
So
Yo,
I did
what?
like the Tetsuo and Youth tour with Mickey Fax, and we were like the opening act, and that was like another situation where I was gone like for a week, 2 weeks. It wasn't nothing crazy like now, but that was like preparation for what happened. But she was very supportive, and she was very patient, but there definitely was conflict. But you gotta compromise and you gotta look at a bigger picture.
Do you think it's was easier for her when she saw like some like return on the investment coming in? You know what I mean? Like saw some funds coming back and like seeing how it was beneficial for you guys together in the long run?
Well, to be honest, she didn't care about any of that.
Okay.
She's like, y'all think I'm humble. She don't care about anything. She don't care about nothing I do. Like, for her, she's like, whatever. Like, get home. But like to her friends, like our kids, they grew up in it. They're used to it. But when it started making sense for her is when she saw I was a little more happy, and then I started trying to balance out the home life and taking her feelings into consideration.
Yeah.
And working on our marriage, partnership, relationship, and all that stuff. So that's when she was like, all right, now I feel better.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Like, you didn't forget about me.
Right.
You went away just because you were going for work and it made you happier, but then it also being away and being happy strengthened your marriage. It's kind of.
Yeah, like not
saying
really,
being away from her made it, but just because that brought you happiness.
It was more so the success of my career.
Yeah.
Was helping me feel better.
Correct.
It was making me feel achieved. Like, I was feeling successful. I still feel successful, but it was bringing me to a point where I'm like, all right, all this sacrifice is not going in vain.
Yeah.
Did we speak about this on last episode when I said, what does a man need from a woman? Support. That's a man just needs you to support him, stroke his ego a little bit, and that's all he really needs from his girl. As long as she can be like, yo, do your thing and support.
In turn was like, all right, I'm gonna still work on my marriage and be a partner and a good husband.
Because she allowed him to have that freedom to find his happiness with what he loved doing, and he said, you know what, damn, now let me put my energy back into my marriage, and I'm gonna give her whatever she needs, and I'm gonna be there for her. I'm gonna be a better husband for her because she allowed me, she supported me in what I needed. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I meant when I said it.
Like, some men wouldn't do that. Some men like get into that life and it's like, all right, she's there. Like, she'll be all right. I'm bringing money in. I don't have to go back and pour into her when I get back. I don't have to go and like try to.
But a good man does.
Of course.
But it's like any relationship. It's always gonna be full-time job.
Yeah.
Making sure both sides are happy and both sides are meeting in the middle, so to speak, with compromising and what you got to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Because now, like, our kids play sports. Some days I'm at home and she has to go take them to basketball.
Yeah.
And I have to stay home with my youngest daughter. So it's like,
It's a partnership.
yeah.
Yeah.
It happens. You know, you're going to have rough patches and you're going to have, you know, times when you're breezing.
How many kids do you have?
So she had 2 prior to me. I had 2 prior to her. We both were with our other kids' parents for long, like a lot of years.
Yeah.
And then we got together and we had 1 together.
Okay.
So we have 5 altogether.
Wow.
But yeah.
Yeah. So switching. Oh wait, real quick though. You met Lupe Fiasco? Like you spoke to him?
Yeah, this is my guy.
I love him. How is he?
Stan
He's
over
got, I
here.
mean, I haven't spoke to him in a couple of years.
Yeah, but like, what was like?
super down to earth. Like a lot of people don't know how smart he is.
He's a genius.
And
No, well, if you listen to his lyrics, I mean, you could tell.
He
on
got-
top of
it's
that,
like triple metaphors,
He's
like-
like a super duper like black belt.
Really?
Like he does karate for real. Like I don't know if it's taekwondo, jujitsu, or one of those, but he's like super into that stuff as well.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
But he's very down to earth, super cool dude.
Yeah.
Very smart person.
Yeah.
Very smart person.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love him. Lupe, if you listening, I love you. Okay, I fucking love you. All right, switching gears a little bit, I want you to talk about Wendy Williams. Like, how did that come about? That working relationship?
So it goes back to you know, working with DJ Booth and my old manager Fresh. Booth was offered the opportunity to do the Wendy Williams show years ago, like when she was first starting.
Yeah.
And clearly he was working with Nicki and Fab. So there was times when he had to go away and they were like, we need somebody to be here when you go away. He was like, I have the perfect person, my partner, Ominaya, whatever. So I went, shadowed him a couple of times. Then I did one show and they were like, you know what, this dude is pretty dope.
Yeah.
And they were cool with it. Like he picked up what we do and the rest was history. He's 10, 11 years in.
That experience of DJing on a show, how does it differ from DJing in like
Yeah,
a
do you have to play
club?
certain
Like,
songs or you guys have to play what you want? Like, how is that?
No, you can play whatever you want. You just,
Okay.
you literally have to create a party or wake people up at
In the studio?
9 in the morning. Like,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's
shit.
early.
it's like 9 a.m. People are coming in. You know, some people are excited. Some people are just like, they just want to see Wendy.
Right.
And you got to somehow pump them up, get them like excited or, you know, like turning up. So when she comes out, their energy, the adrenaline
Up
is
there.
rushing.
What would you play? Because I feel like her crowd is like, they're older.
It's a
lot
mix
of
though.
white
She has like her
people.
demographic is crazy. Like,
Yeah, like-
it's young, it's old, it's, you know, every freaking nationality.
Yeah.
You know, straight, gay, everything. Like,
So you have to play
so
everything.
you could literally just play fun music, but they don't give us a playlist. Like, yo,
Yeah.
at the time they didn't give us a playlist while that show was going on. Like, yo, here, these are the 20 songs.
Yeah.
You play whatever you want. I would do crazy stuff. We would do dance contests. We would do like giveaways. Like we would play a joke on people like, all right, you know, right now, if you're sitting in your chair, dig under your chair, look for a white envelope. Ain't no white envelope under your chair.
Really?
But, you know, you do that to just make them, like, see who's paying attention.
Yeah.
Then when you do it, be like, ain't no envelope under that chair. Wake your ass up. Like, and then they laugh and then they start dancing.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's different things we did.
That's cool. You know, like Wendy Williams is like a gossip host, right? And so me and Anthony wanted to know,
Queen
like,
of media.
yeah, was there any? Do you ever feel like while you were DJing or watching her speaking, did she ever go too far that you were like, damn, like she's kind of ODing right now, or no?
I don't think she went too far because a lot of times what she was doing was reporting on stuff that was already out in the news, and the other side of it was giving her opinion, and I don't think that's a crime either. So
Yeah.
I don't really think she went overboard, but
yeah.
some people take things personal. But you're a celebrity, you have to know what comes with being in the limelight, and people are always going to talk about you, whether it's on television, off television, or whatever. She just had a platform and spoke her mind and said things people were scared to say, I think, or things people were thinking,
Yeah.
or what they said behind closed doors. So.
Yeah. Which brings us to the topic that I wanted to talk about with you.
Okay.
That he mentioned that, all right, so you have your own show
Yes.
on Twitch.
Yes.
So talk about that a little bit, promote it.
So I'm on Twitch Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern time. I do a morning show. It's called The Morning Breakfast. And then we do different themes every day of the week. It's pretty much a wake-up show.
Yeah.
I play music. I do topics. I preach. I pray. We play every type of genre you could think of. We do raffles. We do giveaways.
Sometimes
So
you might
pretty
pay
dope.
for your lunch.
Yes, I give away lunch on Fridays. Not every Friday, because I'm not rich. But I do give away. We also do, like, if we have, like, faithful listeners and somebody's in a hardship, we do collections. We've given away thousands of dollars to
Dope.
people that were, like, either lost their job or were hurting from the pandemic or, you know, needed help with something because they were in a bad space.
Yeah.
And we don't put the people on Front Street. It's on them if they want to say what they're going through
Yeah.
or like their issues.
Yeah.
But we never say, yo, this person needs rent money. I never do that. So, and I never glorify it. So you would never see that on my Instagram or
Yeah.
my Twitch saying, yo, I just gave away $3,000 to what you call it.
Yeah, you don't gotta do all that.
I don't do that
Yeah.
stuff. Like I do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. So that's one thing we do also as a community for that channel. So.
Yeah. So Mondays, it's, what is it?
Money Mondays, we promote small business and we try to motivate people to go to work because,
Okay.
you know, Monday people always feel like it's the worst day of the
It
week.
is.
Word.
Tuesdays, we do Thankful Tuesdays where I ask people what they're thankful for. I pray, I preach, you know, do motivational speaking. Wednesdays, we call Waistline Wednesdays. It's, you know, all type of Caribbean music, Afro beats, Spanish music, you know, anything to make you move your waistline.
Move your body.
Thursdays, we do Toxic Thursdays where we
Ding,
do
ding.
topics.
Natalie's favorite day.
Yeah, we do topics and, you know, we play music and we ask questions. And Fridays, we do a TGIF mix, which is get you ready for the weekend. Your direct deposit hit, you're feeling good. And then we do the raffles where we give away lunch money or merch.
Yeah. All right, so I want to rewind back to the Toxic Thursdays real quick because you brought up a really good scenario and I actually wanted to talk about. So moving forward, I was talking to Anthony about this over the weekend and I was telling him that I want to start talking about uncomfortable topics, things that might be a little taboo. Like I want to start incorporating that into the podcast.
Right.
So I actually hit you up to ask you if you watched the Dahmer doc so we could talk about cannibalism a little bit, but you thought it was a little weird.
No, I mean, I didn't get to watch past like the second episode.
It's intense though.
Because my wife caught me watching it, and she was like, "Why are you watching that?" And I was just like,
Nigga
Like
turn
she
it off
called
like it's
you-
porn.
"Right." I fucking fumbled the remote. Like, wait, what? She was like, "Don't watch that. It's sick," and this and that. And I was
It
like,
is a little sick.
"Yeah." And you know, I don't watch a lot of television. So most of the stuff I do watch is like murder shows or
Yeah.
you know, First 48, stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So it intrigued me about
Yeah.
what he was doing to lure these people, like
Right.
just to see the story
The
behind it.
psychology behind it too is
Right.
really interesting.
So I was trying to see what it was about, and you know, clearly social media had everybody like, "Yo, you gotta watch it." So I was like, "Let me see what it's about."
Yeah.
But I didn't get past the second episode.
Well, I feel like there was still some good talking points even outside of him like eating people and cutting them up and all that. Like one of the talking points I guess we could talk about before we get into the toxic topic, we are going to get to it because I want to get to it. But one of the talking points for me was like when your child comes out, let's say fucked up, right?
Okay.
I'm
you
just going to
say-
say fucked up. They have a mental issue.
Okay.
Or maybe your children can surprise you. Like, you're like, yo, but I raised you a certain way, and this is what you choose to do, or this is how you conduct yourself in public or in school or whatever, right? Like, your children may surprise you in some way. Something that came up a lot in the movie is, like, this recurring theme of the parents kind of blaming each other. He came out this way because of you. Like, you neglected him, you didn't love him. And the father kind of taking the responsibility on himself, like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have taught him how to, like, cut up animals when he was little and all that. So the talking point for me was like, there was a point in the show where Jeff was actually trying to tell his dad, like, Dad, I've been having weird fantasies. Like, I want to tell you about what I'm going through. And like, I think his father probably assumed that he was going to tell him that he was gay and that was it. But regardless, like, his father completely cut him off and was like, I'm just going to put you in college. Like, didn't even let him finish.
Right.
And I just feel like, when do you, as a parent, kind of have to admit to yourself that your child isn't who you think they are? Like, how long are you really going to stay in denial? And then what do you do? Like, it probably could have been avoided if he just let him come to him.
Well, the thing is, like, being a father, you always have to have some type of relationship with your kid. You got to have those uncomfortable conversations. You got to, see what your kid is into. Not saying you're going to know everything, because kids will never tell you
They won't.
everything. We've all been teenagers and young adults or whatever the case, and we'll never tell our parents everything. But you still got to be involved with them where they feel comfortable enough to have a conversation with you when they do get to that point. And like I said, I didn't watch the whole thing, so I don't know what happened on there. But I do check on my daughters all the time. I try to be as involved as I can with them. Try to have a quote unquote like friendship with them.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not their friend.
Yeah.
Tell them I'm your father, but you can talk to me. And that's that's all you can do really. Like kids are gonna choose their own path. Like, your parents are probably like, why the hell are you doing a podcast?
That's not pretty support. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'm just saying in general.
No,
like,
I know what you mean.
Old school parents think certain
yeah.
ways, and then you have parents that are more open minded, like Dwayne Wade. So it's like you just gotta support your kid in whatever they're doing. Like as soon as you stop supporting them though, or having those conversations, that's when they start to just stray away and do whatever.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a moment where like your children came to you about something and like you overreacted, and then you probably were like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have reacted that way? Or like, do you try to always contain yourself even though you want to like go off?
Nah, with me, I'm more of a communication person. Like I'm gonna support you. So whatever you want to do, I'm gonna support you, but just communicate with me.
Yeah.
So if you're doing something, or you want to be a certain way or go somewhere or whatever the case, and you only tell your mom and you don't tell me, I'm gonna feel away. So it's like, for me, just communicate with me. I'm always gonna support you. I'm your father at the end of the day. That's never gonna change, and I'm always gonna be there for you. Like you, God forbid, you kill somebody, I'm still gonna say you didn't do it.
Yeah.
And I'm be like, hell no, not my kid.
I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer's dad was with him.
Right.
The whole till the end.
Very
He really
end, bro.
was, yeah.
So, I'm that type of father, but I'm more of a communication person. So communicate with me. That's why I like to check on my kids. Like, if my girl's going on a date, they'll tell me like, Dad, I went on a date. This dude was cheap. Like,
Oh my God, really?
yeah.
That's
So
cute.
I'm cool with that. Like, all right. So I'm like, you good though, right? Like, they both got mace. They, they know how to protect themselves. One is an MMA fighter. The other one is just feisty. So, and then the other ones are still young, so they're not even in that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. All right, so we didn't do our word in a bowl.
Thank you,
Good
Natalie.
job, Anthony. No.
macaroni
You're
in the
supposed to
bowl.
be in charge.
How am I supposed to be in charge of this?
You gotta be, whatever I lack, you gotta pick it up. Partnership.
Damn, bro.
All right,
Put
so
you
you're
on
the
the
guest, so
spot.
you get to pick.
Damn.
There's only a few left. Close your eyes, don't look.
One word.
I don't think that's a word. All right, read it. No, read it. Go ahead.
Oh. Men who are metrosexual. Did you mean Rodney? No, I'm just saying. I'm joking.
Men who are metrosexual. All right, what is that? Like getting your nails done as a guy? Eyebrows?
See, I don't have a problem with getting the nails done. I'm not a clear nail polish guy.
You don't do the clear nail
Nah, I
polish.
can't do the
I
nail
know so
polish.
many
I
guys
can't-
who... You do the clear
I
nail
can't
polish?
do the clear nail polish.
You do your nails?
Yeah, I get manicures and
Pedicures?
Yes.
Do you do the clear?
I do one coat. I don't do like the excessive where my nails look like
Glossy, like super.
super crazy.
Glazed donuts over here.
Sometimes, but some nail salons, they do the buff where it still comes out shiny, but they don't use the polish. I rather that, because the clear starts chipping. You feel like a chicken head.
It looks dirty when it starts chipping.
Yeah, you
I
look like a
can't-
chicken
I
head.
can't-
Like half your nail got
I can't do
clear
that shit.
on. You're like a thought.
Anthony, you know my dad, right? Obviously.
Yes.
My dad is very, I don't want to say the word. He's old school.
Okay.
Let's just say that.
Yeah,
like,
that's
he
a
will
good
never
word.
wear pink. He's one of those people. Like
Real
one of those
men wear
men.
pink, pops.
I think
Tell
so
'em.
too. But one thing he always let me do when I was little, he would let me paint his nails clear. And I
Okay.
used to follow. And I was like,
Yeah.
now that I'm older, I'm like, that's weird. Knowing how my dad is.
Yeah,
Like,
because you were
would
his
let me paint your
daughter. That's
nails?
why.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, it's weird. But I think guys should do. I think guys should do their eyebrows.
I don't do my eyebrows.
Yeah, I
I
ain't
think
doing
all
the
guys should do their
eyebrows.
eyebrows. I
Yeah,
know
like
some
my
guys who do
daughters
it.
will pluck
That's
probably like
At least
right
pluck.
here.
Yeah,
They
the
only
middle.
do this part, but it's not even nothing there. They just do it out of habit. Like they just like to groom me.
If
you
you
don't
have
mind.
straight one
I don't care,
eyebrow,
whatever they
then
want.
maybe you should.
But even like to clean up like the furry parts.
Nah,
like
you
on
man,
the-
let
My
that shit go.
just look like a bushwhacker, but
Yo.
I'm bald, so not bald, but I get a baldy, and I just
Do you get haircuts every day? I mean, not every day, every week.
Hey.
sometimes I just because I get a baldy, so it looks crazy if I don't have a clean cut.
What about your beard though?
My beard, I always clean up my beard. I have to.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's not cleaned up. I look crazy, but
But like before a party, obviously you would do it.
yeah, like I say like Wednesday or Thursday, I'll get shaved up, or I'll do it at home.
Do you do facials?
I haven't got a facial in a while, but I used to
Yeah.
clean my pores because I'm always out smoking and drinking and
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
and sweating.
Yeah.
So I don't like to I got sensitive skin, so I can't use certain lotions. I had eczema when I was young, so it was like gotta take care of your skin.
I don't know if I should ask.
Oh God, I just you.
Because I just feel like, all right, is there anything that's too metrosexual for you that you won't do at all?
Is that what you wanted to ask? Was that
Well, I was gonna ask about like
ask whatever you
getting
want to ask?
waxed and stuff.
Waxed?
I've never gotten waxed.
Or
That's
like-
wild.
Do I?
Say,
many
wait,
men get waxed?
where?
No.
What do we?
They're
I seen a joke
Waxed?
on
Yeah.
Instagram. Somebody said they
Brazilian?
got a manzillion,
That's wild.
yeah,
but
they have that.
I would
though.
never do that. It's
And
not
like my lady, because
nothing
I
to, against people that want to do that.
We're
That's
not
on
about
you.
Wait,
But
wait.
that's not my type.
All right, so wait.
Since when the hell has that been a thing?
it's always been a thing.
Dudes getting their fucking
They get waxed.
gooch
I mean-
waxed? What the fuck
Their
is that?
asshole,
manzillion,
everything. Yeah,
That's wild.
asshole,
I
ass
mean,
cheeks.
I'm pretty sure porn stars probably do it.
Porn stars for sure. But my lady, I get laser, and she says she gets a lot of men who get their area laser too. And it's just like whatever.
What the fuck?
I don't see anything
They
wrong
want a
with that
landing
though.
strip. Some guys.
Yo, that is crazy. Yo,
I don't
that's
see anything
crazy.
wrong with that. I feel like it's more hygienic to just like get rid of all that hair and just be like fresh.
Bro, go get the
Yeah.
Manscaped and just start the little Manscaped shaver. You better, you know what I'm
There you
saying?
go.
Nah, bro, you can't
So
be
you
out
wouldn't
there.
do wax or laser?
You spread eagle while someone's giving you a
Yeah,
fuck.
you gotta
I mean,
spread
I'm
your
good.
cheeks.
Nah.
I don't. Not me. Not
Hell
for me.
no.
Not for me.
Literally.
Nothing against it. If that's what you want to
If
do.
that's what
but
you wanna do,
it's
I
not for
support
me.
it.
I don't mind putting in my own work.
Thank you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
cleaning
You
up my
trim your own
area.
hedges, bro.
But do
Nah.
y'all, a lot of men say that, and then y'all just leave it bushy for weeks at a time. Y'all never
Well, it
clean it up, and then
depends,
you
you
want
know.
girls to go and get to work, and it's nasty too.
Well,
Yeah.
it
Do
depends.
Do you want a girl with a full bush? No,
I
we
don't
don't want that
mind.
shit
I'm not
either.
scared of that. But what I'm saying is that sometimes you're just not expecting. You might not be expecting fuck like this week or some shit. But then it just happens unexpectedly.
Yeah.
All right, but what if you're in a relationship? You should be expecting it more often, that you get it done more often, or you do it.
Yeah, I get that part, but you know,
Yeah.
sometimes you're in a relationship and you'd be like, well, it doesn't matter this time.
Yeah, you already
Whatever.
saw everything.
Thank God, my wife would. You know, I think she would tell me if my stuff is out of control.
I think she would too.
And you know, not to put her business out, but she's a regular waxer,
Oh, that's amazing.
so she's always.
She never asked you to do it for you?
No,
Okay.
that's
Yo.
this is awkward because it wouldn't get done. Other shit will happen.
That's way too metrosexual for me. Like, I'm
Really?
good.
So
Nah,
that's where y'all
hell
draw the
no.
line.
Well, I drew it before then, but that's
So
a
manis
hell
and
no.
petties for sure.
I will get my
Yeah.
I will do that.
No
I'm not doing
waxing.
I'm not doing nail polish though. I don't like clear nail
Okay.
polish, but
And
you
no
know
eyebrows.
this. I'm just let your eyebrows be rough. Some things you should
I'm
let.
cool with like my eyebrows are thick, so for me, I don't care.
Yeah. All right.
I don't have hair on my head, so that makes up for it.
Yeah.
And my
that's
beard.
fine. Absolutely fine. All right, let me do a little transition song.
Oh man.
All right. I wanted to stop before I said something. Okay, so let's get back to the Toxic Thursdays. I want you to
man.
bring up the topic that you had asked your Twitch fans.
So on Toxic Thursdays, I asked if you were dating somebody for 6 months, this relationship is getting serious, and you invite the person to Thanksgiving dinner, and excuse me, when you get to Thanksgiving dinner, you find out that the person you've been dating for 6 months is your first cousin. How do you handle that? And a lot of people said that happened to people they knew. might have been them, and they,
Of course, it's
with
always
the
someone you know.
I'm asking for a friend, quote unquote. But yeah, it was a crazy topic because sometimes you meet your cousins young, and people move away, their families move away, they lose contact. Some parents stop speaking to their whatever other side of the family, whatever, and it happens, But yeah, it's just kind of weird.
So my sister dated somebody.
Oh shit! Why you gotta say her?
This was years ago.
Wait, before you get into that though.
Yeah.
If that happened to you, would you continue the relationship if you're in love?
I already gave you my answer.
What was your answer?
I said, like, if we go to dinner and we find out we cousins, I'm telling her straight up, like, yo, we never fucked. Don't say nothing to nobody. Let's just keep this, and we just go our separate ways.
I mean, if you really didn't, all right.
Because you already fucked. You already smashed the shit.
Fucked.
So I'm already like, nah, this never happened. Deny. We just never happened. Fuck it.
We're in love.
Fuck that shit. We
Like,
love
head
as
over
family
heels.
now.
That's why you at Thanksgiving dinner. He wanted to let the family know, like, yeah, ready to take the
I'm
next
such
step.
a hopeful romantic that if I'm in love, that's hard to end just like that. I didn't know. It's not like I purposely knew, oh, you my first cousin, that turns me on, that we're related, and that's why I want to fuck you or be with you. I just thought you were a regular guy, and we started dating, and we fell in love. And now I'm bringing you, like, come on, I'm bringing you to meet my family. Obviously, you're important to me. I don't know if it could just be over. I know the bad thing is if you have kids, because the main reason why people don't do it is because if we have kids, they could come out, with problems,
is that
autism,
true?
or that's not always true. It could happen. It could be a possibility, but that's not always the case. So what's really keeping us from being together? Is that sick for me to say that?
Yes.
I don't know if it's sick.
I'm just trying to think realistically.
Because for me, I'm gonna be honest, when that thought came to my head, it kind of turned my stomach a little bit. Like I just felt awkward, but you're a hopeless romantic, so.
I think hopeful romantic.
Hopeful, sorry.
Because hopeless is like no hope.
Hopeful,
but I'm hopeful.
Romantic,
yes.
sorry.
And I just feel like, yes, for sure, when you first find out it's going to be weird, we're going to have to talk about it and see how it is.
So now this is the second part of the.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, there's always a two-part question when I do these topics.
Okay.
Now you guys found out you're cousins. Your family's outraged. They're like, what the hell? You guys are related. But when you guys leave the dinner and stuff and you go home, you find out you're pregnant. What's the next step?
Oh my God.
That's the Christmas conversation.
No.
So with that being said, tune into Toxic Thursdays when I do Twitch. But
and I'm pregnant?
Yeah, you find out you're pregnant.
Man.
At this age,
And
at 30 years old.
Yes, you're in love. Like, y'all like ready to move in.
It's like, how close are we really?
Y'all
First cousins. What do you
What's
mean?
first cousin exactly?
Like your mom's sister,
like,
brother.
not like
brother.
a third. Like
if you're my brother and you have a son, and then whatever.
If your
my child,
your mother's sister's kid is your first cousin.
Oh, that's close. That's too
That's
close to home. But
first
I'm
cousin.
already pregnant. What am I gonna do?
That's what I'm asking.
I don't want to abort it.
That's a touchy subject. But that's why the thing is toxic.
God. This is really making me
Sounding
think.
like
Getting stressed out, huh?
I'm stressed.
the least favorite podcast, Alabama
But you
edition.
know what?
Over
Okay.
here.
Shout out to Alabama. Some nice people out there.
For real.
You guys.
My sister dated somebody. Then they broke up, and he started dating his second cousin.
People always say second cousins.
He said
really
second
cousins.
cousin, but he was like really
That's
in
like
love with
your-
this girl.
It's like your friend from the third floor. They say like it ain't like a real cousin.
So that doesn't really. So that's
I
not
don't know.
that bad.
Depends.
I never did that.
That because a second cousin is what?
A second
Then?
cousin be like if your cousin has a kid, I think.
It's like
Some shit like
related, but not directly.
Yeah.
Like, not your mother's
Okay.
sister's son. It's
Yeah.
like
Is that
your
better?
mother's cousin's son. Type
Yeah,
of
shit
thing.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was their dynamic. He could not leave her alone. I think they're still together till this day. I think they probably have a kid together too.
Might have to have them on here.
So nah. My sister would kill me. But yeah, I don't know. That's a lot to think about. What would you do as a guy, Anthony?
Oof.
Now she's pregnant. Now what?
Damn. Well,
I'm
fuck
gonna
it.
keep the baby.
I
fuck
guess
it.
I'm having a baby with my cousin and shit, cause fuck.
If she wants to
Yeah.
keep it, what are you gonna do? Like,
Somebody in the so when I do the show, people chime in, and on Twitch you can send like a DM, but it's called a whisper. somebody added a third piece to the question and was saying, what if one of the people that, you know, was in that relationship was told they can never have kids and the person is pregnant? So it's like, you know,
Oh
like,
my God, y'all really trying to make this relationship work?
no, I'm just saying, like, it's
Word.
like, it's just toxic questions, but they sent that in the whisper, and I'm like, damn, you guys are toxic as hell.
They going in.
I thought I was toxic.
I'm keeping the baby. And
She
we're
said,
gonna have
yeah,
to
we
figure
going
it
for
out.
it.
Even if we don't stay together, fine, because maybe it might be weird or whatever. But I'm already pregnant.
Yeah.
Fuck it. It is what it is. We just gonna have to deal with it. We didn't know. We didn't purposely plan it out to be that way. It just ended up being like that. So that's it.
Yeah,
Shit happens,
shit.
Should happen.
Fucked up situation, but
Shit. All right. Getting back to the business, right? What a transition. Jesus. I wanted you to talk a little bit about like pros and cons of getting into business with friends.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like it's more of a benefit or more of a challenge?
The thing is, you got to know what friends to get in business with. Sometimes you get in business with friends to do them a favor.
yeah.
And then sometimes you get in business with friends that you see that are ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know how to separate which type of friend to get in business with.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem a lot of people have, and that's why the friendships go south or
Yeah.
sour.
Yeah.
A lot of people always want to look out for their people, and their people don't really have the best interests for them. And I learned that the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you try to be loyal to who you came up with or people that are around you, and sometimes those people are not in your field, or they don't have the same ambition or drive as you.
Yeah.
Not saying that, you know, like, say, like Rodney's my guy and he wants to DJ. If he's not taking the craft serious or,
Right.
you know, putting in the work, I'm not going to give him an opportunity. But if I see him like, yo, I'm coming out with you this week, I'm going to go over here, I'm going to study what you're doing. I want to learn behind the scenes. I want to do, all right,
Yeah.
you know what? Yo, come on, bro. Even though you suck as a DJ, I'm going to give you opportunity because I see that you're hungry.
Yeah.
And I see that you want to learn. So
Yeah.
you have more of a chance to making it than somebody who just be like, let me do you a favor, come make some money real quick.
Right.
It's like a handout. So you just got to separate the two. Like, some friends just need to be your friends.
Yeah.
And some friends you can actually break bread with.
Have you ever been in a situation where, like, because I was thinking about this, and it's always like when everything is good and y'all making money, it's like, oh, this is my bro, this is my friend, like, we making money together. But then when it's time to, like, make a hard decision or let that person go, it's like, oh, but you're not my bro anymore. Like, this is just business. Like, have you had, like, now I got to do what I got to do for the business. So, like, yeah, you my bro, but.
Yeah, it happens all the time. Like, but for me, I don't get emotional with business. That's the problem. People get emotional with business. You can't get emotional with business. Business is business. Like, at the end of the day, this is how I feed my family. You have to respect that. And the same thing for you. If you don't take it serious, you know, there's people that want to make money and, you know, they have a full-time job, but they don't take what situation I have going serious because they don't feel like it's a real job.
Yeah.
But you can make more money than your full-time job and you don't respect it. I'm going to just tell you, like, bro, this ain't working out. You're still my guy, but, you know, I'm going to move forward without you. And it's nothing personal. Like, you're still my guy, but we just can't do business.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get emotional with business at all. Like, there's no room for it.
I think that's good. That's why I like including my friends and shit when I do things. Sometimes it's like, I'd rather just do it by myself or not make friends, but make acquaintances in what I
what
love.
you're doing.
Because with your friends, it's always going to be something. It's always going to be
And this is the
something. They
thing,
always take
too.
something personal.
Right. And I would say this also. A lot of people that you consider friends always have like a hidden jealousy. Not always, not everybody, but sometimes there is because they're not where they want to be. So, you know, sometimes that'll hold you back.
Yeah.
So it's better off to just keep them as a friend and not include them in your business because you're like, oh, you got that little podcast. You got that little business going on. You got that little.
That little
everything
word?
is always the
Ooh,
little.
that kills me.
Right. So it's like you're trying to belittle what I'm doing. But at the same time, they're still stuck in a place when, like, nothing against you or what you said.
No, of
but,
course.
Yo, when am I ready? When can I start?
Yeah,
when should
yeah,
I
yeah.
start? When should I? They didn't start what they want to do. So they're looking at you like you already kicked off what you're doing. So at the end of the day, you know, sometimes they feel some type of resentment or.
And they want to, you know
Like I
what's
said, it's
happening?
not everybody.
They want to live. They want you to do it. They'll have a million ideas in their head. Like, say I want to be a DJ, and I know you're doing a set tonight. And I'm like, yo, you should play this song, play this song, play this song. I want to see how that's gonna work, but I don't want. I'm scared to go up there and play it
Like,
my
let
damn
you
self.
take the risk.
Let you take that risk and see how.
Yeah.
Let's see if you flop.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you know what?
yeah.
Maybe I can come behind and then ride your coattails. And it's like, bro, go out there and put the fucking effort and make that risk. Take that risk yourself.
And that's the whole thing. Like, not everybody is willing to take a risk, and if you want to be successful, you got to take a risk. Like, if you don't take a chance, you're not gonna be able to know if you could do it or not. Like, you know, like it's like taking a shot at the hoop. How you gonna score if you never shoot the ball?
Failing not that bad.
Yeah.
Just fail and you do it again.
That's it.
Shit.
What would you say is like the biggest lesson learned for you while you've been DJing, working, touring, artists you've met, conversations you've had? Like, what is something that you always take with you?
I work with Ed Lover as well, legendary Ed Lover, and he's one of my best friends now. I've been working with him for over 10 years, probably 15 years now. And something he always told me was never burn bridges and always stay humble. And that's something I always took with me. And like you said, with friends in business, I didn't burn a bridge with them, but I, straight up with them, like, this ain't working.
Yeah.
Still my boy. And even with business, like, if stuff don't work out, I'm able to part ways without burning a bridge or, being a certain way. And I've always stayed humble. I've never acted different. I don't act Hollywood. I live a very frugal life. I'm very approachable. Like,
Yeah, you are.
Like, I don't wear tons of jewelry. I don't drive a fancy car. I live a very humble life because I know tomorrow this all could go away.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to still be myself at the end of the day. So for me, I've always stayed humble, and I don't burn bridges. I try to keep relationships and build relationships.
You know, I find too the most like hood dudes be the most emotional dudes when it comes to like, you know what I'm saying? Like the dudes you think that's supposed to be like man up or like hold it down, they be the most emotional ones, and they feelings the most when you just try to like part ways from them in a more mature way. Those are the ones that fucking
And
don't know how to react.
That's the thing with people like that. There's always a facade. So the shell is always harder than the inside. So
Yep.
that's why I was saying, like, a lot of people are not always going to be happy for you. They're not always going to be, happy that you're being successful. They want to see you do good, but not better than them.
Yeah.
So when you do surpass them and when you exceed their expectations, that bothers people. Because sometimes people are stuck in a space in their life where they can't get past it.
Yeah.
Like, you want to move up, you want to make more money, you want to do this, but you can't because you don't take the shot, you don't take the chance.
Yeah, and it's like no matter how much you tell them or you give them away or you tell them, hey, you could try this, you could try that. Like, if they don't do it, there's only but so much that you can do as their friend to pick them up. Like,
Exactly.
So, yeah. I have two more topics. One is I want the guys' take on this. So I want both of you to kind of respond to this.
Shit.
So somebody wrote a letter and they wanted some advice. Okay? So it's a guy who wrote about his wife. So he said, I've been married to a woman for years. Recently, she revealed what she told me about her first marriage had been a complete lie. Worse, to me, she refused to have a rational conversation about it, either together or in therapy. It turns out that rather than one affair with a married man at the end of a 9-year marriage, she had 5 different affairs with different men across the 9 years. I have been shaken. I have no clear evidence that she's cheated on me, but there have been specific instances that have caused me jealousy, including a Happy New Year text on midnight this year when we were in bed from a colleague. When I asked about him, she refused to explain, and she said whoever it was made a mistake. When I told her to answer the text, she said it would embarrass the man. All that I believed we had has been challenged by her admission. I should say this is more the communication than the acts. She's always been a person who lives expediently rather than authentically. I know many people like this. They believe any white lie is better than the truth if it keeps balance if it keeps balance and avoids conflict. That is the real cause of my anger. Much of the details are lost, of course, but I'm curious as to your reaction. Am I standing on solid ground, or am I just letting like my fear take over my mind?
Shit.
You want to go first, or you want me?
Damn. I'll keep it super simple. When you get to that point where you're questioning that much,
That's a lot of different men, first of all.
that is. But I wasn't even gonna go there. He's so that's just crazy. But he's so far gone mentally because he's got all of that in his head.
Yeah.
Everything she does, he's gonna question now. How can you come back from that? You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't matter if it was 1 or 100. He already has it in his head now. She got a text message on New Year's. It could have been an accident.
It could have been innocent.
It could have been innocent.
It
Just could have been a colleague, maybe overstepping his bounds. But he's questioning why you don't respond back. So everything, like where you going today kind of thing. Why you put on extra lipstick to go to work or makeup. He's going to be thinking all this shit. He's too far gone at this point. There's no coming back. Like when you start questioning everything like that, it's done to me, I think.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I agree with him on that. Also, the thing is with the past affairs, he has to see how long ago it was. I don't know how far.
Oh yeah, she didn't.
How many years before? But maybe she was getting stuff out of her system because she was in a bad relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who knows? Not excusing the affairs at all, but it depends how long ago it was. That's one. Two, don't be in a marriage that there's no trust. It will never work. Once the trust is like completely gone, of course people make mistakes. We're all human. People flirt on text, people do different things, but if you completely have no trust, you're not going to be happy ever. So either you're going to give her a chance to gain your trust back, or you just need to get out.
Yeah.
That's it. Don't drive yourself crazy double dutching. Like, is she cheating? All right, we're happy tomorrow. Oh shit, who texted her?
Yeah.
Like, oh, all right, nah. Yo, what's up? Why is your coworker, at the end of the day, she could walk down the street and niggas gonna holler at her.
Exactly.
You can't control that. But the question is, do you want to be there? Do you want to put that work in to make your relationship work?
Yeah.
Are you gonna give her a chance, a clear-minded chance to gain your trust back?
Exactly.
See, like
without you being foggy about it.
I think men like you guys would leave the minute there's like anything weird or you don't trust it. Women will still stay with the guy and still not trust him and still be questioning him.
Yeah, but then
not me.
Yeah, that's crazy. But what if you so y'all go out to dinner? The waiter is a little bit too friendly with me. You gonna be like,
you know how many girls are like that? Like, why?
But this is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
now you're gonna be like, why are you so flirty? You
That
know
happens all the time.
Why you have to
That's
look at her like
crazy.
that? It happens more often where women, I'm not saying it's right, but women do stay in those type of dynamics anyway. And they just deal with it. And they drive themselves crazy. And they checking your phone all the time. They questioning you whenever you go out with your boys. It's the same shit. But men, y'all don't really have as much tolerance for that. It's like, I'm already feeling some type of way about this. I don't trust you. I'm not fucking up my peace of mind.
I'm going to be honest. I don't really worry about that stuff.
But your girl has never given you a reason to worry.
No, I mean, there's probably people that flirted with her that were supposed to be friends or coworkers or whatever the case. But that happens in life. What are you gonna do? Like, my wife is beautiful. She's a good-looking woman. Like, people are gonna flirt with her. Like, but at the end of the day, is she reciprocating it? Is she, falling into it? Is she, you just gotta trust that she's gonna have respect for you and vice versa. And at the end of the day, like, you can't live on a fence, worried all the time, because you will never be happy.
Definitely not. Hell no.
You will never be happy.
Yeah. I have one more. I hope we finish it in time. Last topic. How has your perspective of masculinity evolved from when you were younger to now? What did you think it was to be a man when you were younger versus now?
For me, you want to go first?
Nah, you gotta let you go first.
For me, I've always pretty much had the same outlook on it. I'm a caretaker, and I've always felt like I gotta take care of everybody who I love, and especially my family. I want to make sure everybody's good. I want you to do the least you have to do. I don't mind filling my plate and you not having to do anything. So I'm old school as far as that. Like I want to pay all the bills. I want to make sure we got the house. I want to make sure you got an oil change. I want to make sure you ate today.
Aw, that's
I
so
want to make
cute.
sure you got money. I want to make sure you have the nicest things.
Yeah.
So that's how I think. I don't know what you call it, but I like to spoil people. It's the Leo in me too.
A nurturer?
Yeah, something
Oh, y'all
like
both Leos? Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's the Leo in me where I feel like I always have to take care of everybody. And that goes to a fault sometimes though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try to be available and try to do what you can for people. 'Cause I'm the same
Yeah.
way a lot. Like I try to always do, if someone needs something, I try to give them advice or give them information however way I can. So I agree with that. How has it changed from when I was younger? I was way more ignorant with stuff. Like I want to say, like I had like more of a toxic masculinity mindset when I was younger. Like it was just bad. Like everything was just like, oh, like how we talking about metrosexual kind of thing earlier. Like everything, oh nigga, that's gay.
Yeah.
Like straight gay. Like
Yeah,
you plucking your eyebrows, nah, that's some straight. Like I had like the craziest warped mindset. I was a nigga from the hood, and that's the way I thought about stupid, like ignorant way. Now it's more like what Ominaya was saying. You know, it's like, damn, how can I be there for the people that I love, and how can I help give them what I didn't have or provide those sort of things.
Yeah.
So that's what it's.
See,
it's
like me, like with that stuff, I grew up in an area where, the neighborhood I lived in, there was gay people when I was young. There was fucking transsexual people. There was, there was all type of people where, I grew up where there was lesbian couples at every house party I went to. And it was normal for me growing up, but I didn't, it wasn't a shock to me when all the other stuff started coming out over the last few years when everybody's like, oh, I'm gay, I'm transsexual.
Yeah. I'm
this, I'm that.
non-binary.
Call me this, call me that. So it's like, you do what you want, whatever makes you happy. And, it is what it is. I mean, but I'm definitely a caretaker, and I've always been, the same mindset where the man's supposed to take care of the house. So.
Yeah. All right, so real quick, because we got to get out of here, let everybody know where they can find you.
You could catch me on every social media platform at DJ Ominaya, DJ OMINAYA. Follow me, do a lot of parties. I'm on Twitch every day of the week, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Time. You won't be disappointed. It's a good vibe. Even if you want to just listen to music, you could tune in. And that's pretty much it. And on tour with A Boogie, the Sherry Shepherd Show, which is on Channel 5. We're moving and grooving.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Let me end it. It turned off already.